Alright guys, Cameron and I just got over here to the shop. So we just went by Advance, and we're going to work on a few different things today. Got some oil for the transmission. It's got a little bit of grinding, so I'm trying to fix that. Got some synchro mesh and some friction modifier. Going to throw that in there, see how that works. Go ahead and change the oil on it, new filter, do all that good stuff. There's a weird rattle behind the seat, and I'm sure you heard it in the other video. So it just buzzes every once in a while. So I'm trying to figure out what that is. And I've got the new plastic to go in back here because this is all open. So that rear part of the center console is gone. So get that in there and look at a couple little things. So. The noise is this extra exhaust hanger that was put in here. This rubber grommet had slid down, so the metal was just going just rattling against it. So we pushed it back up, and it's supposed to have a little collar on each side, but the other one's just worn off. And since they welded it in, there's not much we can do about that. So I'm gonna take some zip ties, try to wrap around that and hold it together. All right, got the plug out, draining the oil down. The oil looks pretty dark, but it looks good and clean. So, but I've got a new blocks plug for the oil and for the tranny there. So they're both magnetic, so be good to throw them in there. So, and keep the originals. All right, the oil is finishing draining. Now I got to get to that filter up in there. See if I can get it off of there. All right, guys. So the filter in here is actually a pretty good one. This is the Pure Letter Boss filter, which is the most expensive Pure Letter you can get. I bought the Pure One filter, and this is a really good filter. These filters are the same, any of the filters that say 99% dirt removal, and then that the mesh type filter element and all that good stuff, those are the same as Mobile One, K&N. It's all the exact same stuff. So it is nice to see that they put a high quality filter on here, because you never know about what people are going to do. So I didn't know how long this oil had been there, no idea how long that filter's been on there, but go ahead and change it myself, make sure it's good to go. I'm also using the Rotella T. This is the T5 synthetic blend. And y'all know in my other videos that I really like this stuff. None of this is sponsored by Pure Letter, Pennzoil, Rotella, none of that. But just really good stuff, and I've always had good luck with them. All right, guys, before you put the new one on, make sure that that O-ring is not stuck to the engine, because that happens all the time on tons of cars. Make sure that this edge up here is completely clean. You just see the metal there. There's not two gaskets or anything crazy like that, because they will blow out. And then the new one, you want to make sure that you get a little bit of oil on this new gasket. That'll help it seal. So we'll go ahead and get that popped on there. All right, guys, the new blocks plug is in there now. That's good to go. New oil filter's on. Make sure that you put a little bit of oil in there before you put it on. Yeah, so there you go. Now let's work on the tranny. All right, so because this is the GSR swap, you got the B18C and the GSR tranny. This is your drain right here. It's the one that your wrench goes in. You pop that loose. The fill is that one right there. So that one is probably going to be really hard to fill, considering it's right up inside there. So, but we'll get a hose and try to make it do it as much as we can. So try to get this done. Also, one thing that you want to do first is make sure that you can get that plug out, because if for some reason that plug won't budge and you've already drained your fluid, you can't even drive your car anymore. So you definitely want to definitely want to make sure that that plug comes out before you take out the drain. All right, now the fill is out up there. Now this is just your 3/8 drive that fits directly in there. And then you can just break this one loose. Oh, there we go. Might be an indicator of why it's milky, but if you look at that, it looks kind of like coffee. It's kind of milky looking, so could be a reason why it's kind of crunchy. Is because there may be moisture in this thing, a lot of water built up in there, because that looks a little strange, kind of coffee looking. So probably good that we changed it anyways. Know exactly what's in there. All right, guys. So I had bought these plugs for the S2000 and never used them. Well, I just ended up having to switch them. So thank goodness I haven't filled either one yet, because the transmission one had a real long magnet on it, and that magnet was actually tapping one of the gears. So maybe in an S2000 it doesn't do that. So I switched them and put the short one here and then put the long one there, because I know that there's nothing inside the oil pan, but at least there is a magnet in here now. All right, guys, the GSR tranny is supposed to take like 2.3 quarts. So this is 1 quart here. Went ahead and grabbed 3 of them. Cut the tip, put the hose on there. Now I'm gonna try to get this thing up in here and try to get the oil to go in without making a huge mess. So, see what we can do. Put a little bit in there. Make sure we don't have any leaks. I think everything's good. We'll put a whole quart in there. Then I'm gonna do that friction modifier. All right, guys, so this is the friction modifier, and there's a whole bunch of different brands. It is for limited slips, and helps limited slips work better. It's a little bit slicker. So this does have the LSD in it with the GSR. So I'm hoping that this will help me with my shifts and everything. So we'll see. Got it filled up, and now it's dribbling out the top just a little bit. So once it starts doing that, you know you're full. You just stick the plug back in here. All right, guys, so just filled up the engine. Now we're gonna take a look at it. I fired it up for a second, and just to let the oil flow around, getting the filter the rest of the way. And it's been sitting for a couple seconds, let it settle down. We'll check it again, so it looks like here. It's a smidge low. So it needs to be topped off just a little bit. I only put 4 quarts in it. It's supposed to have like 4.3, so there you go. All right, guys, so the rattle is fixed. Fluids are in, back on the ground. And back here, like I said, we're missing this rear tray. So got one of those in, about to get it back in here. I think that'll look a lot better. Then I just need to get a door handle and get this fixed, rewrapped. Interior will be pretty good. All right, guys, there it is. Got the bottom part in here now. That looks way better, way cleaner having the whole interior together now. Makes it automatically seem nicer, and all the pieces are in here. The shifts definitely feel better, feel a lot smoother. 3rd gear still grinds a little bit. So, but the synchro is probably about gone on it. However, I did learn a neat trick to getting it to not do that. So check this out. If I go back down to 2nd here, if I'm getting into 2nd pretty hard, I can shift, clutch in, 4th, 3rd, no grind. So 4th gear, synchro is fine, so it gets it spinning up quick enough that it doesn't grind going into 3rd. So it's a little bit weird way to drive, but it works. So if you have one that's grinding 3rd, which most older Hondas and Acuras do grind 3rd, you go 1st, 2nd, and then 4th, 3rd, and it seems to work on this one. So, and it might get a little better. It's got that friction modifier in it. It's got new synchro mesh in there. So I don't know. Definitely need to change it. So
The rattle's gone. Not that crazy noise is going out of here now. So sounds a lot better. You can rev it up and out, hear something go, wow, just go crazy. The new panel's back in here now, so it should be good. So that's it. Appreciate it.